How's it going, everybody? And welcome back to another new episode of Let's Play East Book 3, The Oath in Felghana. Last episode, we made some progress in exploration. We purchased the last piece of new equipment. Damn it. You know what? Why bother? We purchased the last piece of new equipment from the store, which was the banded shield, and that got us a fairly slick new look. And the difference it's making is already huge. Then we walked our way back up the mountain looking for the last berm leaf we need in order to try to save the Pickards in the village. But we failed to locate it. Which leads me to believe it's going to be somewhere in this last section. Which means I've got to be extra careful. Okay, this is where we're going to fight this stuff. And where I can't fall again. I don't think I have much of a chance of leveling up again, but at least not till I make it back where I was. Chest over there. Just gonna ignore all this stuff for now. No, there was the chest. So that's how you get to that. I just missed it. Well, we'll just make our way back up and not miss it this time. Not like it's that far away. Ravel! 120. Okay. Most of this stuff is just annoying to fight, not really worth it. Okay. So this marks about as far in as we have gotten. We are much better prepared for it this time. Okay, making some good progress this time. Cannot let those things just tear into me. More ravel. Now some of this stuff is giving me experience again. money, not that I particularly need it at this point. Okay, so this is back to here again. So I went in a big old circle. That didn't do me much good. Here we go. I'm going the right way here. This is definitely a place I haven't been to before. Good, somebody gave me some health. I get the feeling down is the way in general I want to go. So I don't feel like I'm going the wrong way. Those new pink monsters are here, so that's new. Elder Mountains are just such a huge area. It's so easy to get lost. Oh crap! Well, that was... Really? Oh, that was some BS. That was some total BS. Okay, now I'm ticked. That was stupid. Both the falling in spikes and me being impatient and running off the side of the fucking narrow path. I can scarcely keep the irritation out of my voice right now. Get that. Is that 120 rabble? Oh god, all the chests that I had collected are lost also. Oh well. Worst comes to worst, I come in here sometime on a off break between episodes and grab stuff I left behind. That now need to go and missing. Obviously, gotta go this way. This was one of the chests that I got these two again, at least. Okay. So it's up. And that was me being an idiot again. Over, down this way. Okay. So now we're back to here. And back to having to be careful. So I don't end up falling into a bed of spikes again. Falling into that like that shouldn't have even been possible. That was just BS. Every time I tried to jump, he wouldn't jump. So I couldn't even get out of it. Elixir. No reason to kill him. Just keep moving. Start. Icebound cave is stillness broken. Okay, good. Something tells me it's boss time. No music. Big platform. Huge block of ice. It's a giant clump of ice. Faint sounds of breathing can be heard emanating from within. Oh boy. Yeah, how does this work? That's how it works. Your new name is Mr. Friendly Dragon. Whoa, that's... oh, that's never good. Okay, oh, no wonder I'm on the wrong range. Hit. Get off the edge. Okay, so we got him to half-life that time. That's a very wonderful start. Okay. Kill him, but let me see if I can't get him nice and under attack. There we go. What hit me? We're gonna have to switch back and forth between fire and magic here, I think. Is how this is gonna have to work. Not bad so far. better than previous runs. And there's halfway. Crap, I barely got to hit him there. What the? I didn't even see what hit me. And that was just... yeah. Okay, so far so good. In fact, this is so far can't get much better. Okay, now he's doing this. Okay. There's under 1,000. Almost got it. Down. God dang it! I drained my magic while I was on the ground, and it caused me to... that was going so well, too. Okay, so far so wonderful. We got him to half-life without taking a hit. Blew that opportunity. And fire magic, I gotta do something with some of this stuff. Almost got him, and I haven't even been hit. Here. Frick! Okay, here's a chance to hit him again. What the? That was crazy. I hope I can live long enough to... God dang it. Oh, come on. Almost halfway. Go. We got 1245. Down. That gets him below 1,000. I avoided the worst of that. There's 684. He missed me. Not a second. That hurt. God damn! Why couldn't I knock him over? Frick. Oh, I thought he was going to charge me again. Dang it. I almost had him. Okay. Crap, let's open this. And I dodged it. Nice. Go down. Here it comes again. Managed to evade. Knock him over. Almost a half-life. Evade. Knock him over. Stupid dragon. Down. That I only took one from that is nothing shy of a miracle. Down we get. There's 582. Crap. Okay, I was... Apparently you're not supposed to use the charge to make yourself invincible. Stupid dragon. I hate you. Down, but I can't even get it. Come on, do the flapping. That's what I was looking for. Almost to the halfway point. Fire's under 1,000. Okay. Down and strike. There's 555. Needed that. Down. Hit him. Yes! No more dragon. Ooh! Dragon down, 4th statue get. Acquired light statue. The 4 statues began resonating with one another, emitting an unnatural light in the process. As the light faded, the entire cavern grew deathly quiet. That can't have been good. The rocks were packed too tightly to be broken with the Terra bracelet. Adal was trapped. Hey! Is that you in there, Adal? Are you hurt? Adal shouted back that he was uninjured. Glad to hear my little buddy's okay. That quake caused some of the crevasse walls to collapse. I managed to pick my way across, though. But now we've got to do something about these rocks. Adal, I'm going to need you to step back for a second, okay? Here we go. Yeah! Doggy smash! That's what I'm screaming. Wall 0, Doggy the Wall Crusher, like a million. Who needs doors when they got me? Well, he did punch through a brick wall to break us out of prison in Darm Tower back in the day, so that was a new record too, I think. Never took down solid rock before. Should get me in the history books. So, looks like you found another statue. Is that all of them? Come on, let's head back to the Master's house. Chester, you're here. Of course. I've been kept well appraised of your actions. Seems you have all 4 statues now. So, as I said before, I think you'd best give them to me. Chester, there's just one thing I need to know. What are you planning to do with these statues? A mere knight dares not question the motivations of Count Maguire. Though I cannot entirely plead ignorance, as I've heard some rumblings on the nature of his glorious plan. That's not what I asked you. I want to know what you plan to do with them. How long have you known? I knew from the very beginning. I didn't believe for a second that you felt such contempt towards Elena. That's just not you. And I really couldn't see you serving someone as obviously corrupt as Maguire. Not willingly, anyway. So I figure you've got something else up your sleeve. Your oafish exterior belies your perceptive nature. It always has. Out with it, Chester. What are you really up to? Very well. I suppose this is as good of a time as any. What I seek is revenge. Revenge? You were born in Felghana, so undoubtedly you're familiar with Genos Island, no? I've never told you this before, but that is the land where my sister and I were born. What? Wait a second. I always heard that Genos Island was wiped out by some kind of plague or something. Indeed, we speak of the same place. However, it was not plague, but monsters that brought about the island's ruin. Monsters? Yes, monsters with the appearance of human skeletons, clad in armor. They appeared out of nowhere and simply started massacring all the villagers. Our warriors fought back, of course, but the creatures just wouldn't stay dead. We stood no chance. In the end, Elena and I were the sole survivors of the attack. But why? Why would monsters suddenly just appear like that? It was no random occurrence, and therein lies the rub. McGuire was directly responsible for the massacre. He enlisted the services of a dark sorcerer for the task. My people were the descendants of Genos himself. We were charged with guarding the holy artifacts that had locked away the Demon Lord's power to prevent their misuse. I would assume McGuire simply considered us a threat to his ambitions. And that's how my sister and I were orphaned, and came to live with the mayor of Redmont. It's no surprise that Elena's memories of these events have been suppressed, given their extreme, horrific nature. Then, you want revenge on McGuire, yes. He will be destroyed by the very power he so desperately seeks. And he won't be the only one. I intend to see to it that every living creature in Valestein Castle burns in hell. Perhaps then, the wounded, defiled souls of my ancestral people can finally know true justice. At long last, after all these years, their anger and hatred will be appeased. And eliminating the parasitic slime who sits on Valestein's throne will benefit the entirety of Felghana as well. Now then, why don't you hand over the statues, so this can all fall into place? To be honest, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to react to all of this. I can't pretend to know how you feel. But just hear me out on one thing. Let's just say that your plan succeeds, and you do get your revenge. What then? Do you think it'll make Elena happy? Hell, will it even really make you happy? Sure, McGuire might be a horrible man, and he may even deserve what you're planning for him. But imagine how Elena would feel, knowing the depths you'd sunk to in the name of vengeance. Do you think she'd be proud of what you accomplished? If you just step back and think about it, I know you'll find some other, less drastic way to deal with McGuire. If I explained everything to the townsfolk, they'd understand, and I bet they'd do what they could to help, too. If everyone banded together, we could drive McGuire out of Felghana for good. Send him into exile. You don't have to disgrace yourself over scum like him. So come on. Please, Chester. You have to put a stop to this before it's too late. Come back to town with us. We can all sit down and have a good time. Maybe enjoy one of Elena's home-cooked meals. Look how far I've come, though. Do you honestly believe I can go back now, after all this? No. There's no turning back for me! Chester. You stupid son of a bitch. Dogi. There is still time to save him. If you want him to live, give me the statues. Now! It all gave the statues to Chester. Excellent. Now I can use the power of these statues to hurtle all of Felghana Castle into the darkest depths of hell. I hardly need to say it at this point, but you may wish to reconsider trying to stop me. Unless, of course, you want to end up like him. I can't believe Chester attacked Dogi. This is all my fault, actually. 12 years ago, I served as a Felghana knight. I was there on Genos Island that day. All the knights were. Our task was to provide backup for Maguire's sorcerer. In other words, we were to man the sidelines and terminate any villagers who tried to escape. And we did just that. But then I met the Stoddart children, and despite my sworn oath to Maguire, I couldn't bring myself to harm them. I hid them instead, and snuck them away from the carnage. But I knew I couldn't raise them, so I left them with the mayor, and shamefully ran away to this god-forsaken rock. I spent my days slowly unraveling Maguire's plans and researching the old tales of Genos and Galbalan. Chester never knew of my knighthood, but he was well aware that I'd saved his life, so he and Dogi would often visit. As such, while secretly investigating Maguire, I also took it upon myself to train the two of them in the art of war. Dogi's departure aside, things continued in this manner until just last year. Around the time monsters started appearing all across Felghana, Chester came to see me, in quite a panic. The monsters had brought his memories of Genos Island to the surface, and he had no idea how to cope. I told him everything. Every single thing I knew about his past, and about my role within it. It was one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. I suppose I was looking for some manner of catharsis. But all it did was exacerbate Chester's desire for revenge. To be perfectly honest, I haven't the slightest idea what Chester intends to do with the statues. But if he's willing to stab an old friend to get them, then I doubt there's much hope of talking him down. If we let him continue unchecked, the damage he inflicts won't be limited to Felghana Castle, but all of Felghana. And all. I must ask that you go back to town immediately and tell Mayor Edgar everything that's happened. You needn't worry. I'll take care of Dogi. And once he's back on his feet, I intend to pay the castle a visit. Well, that's a interesting development. And with that, this has been a fairly long little run, so we are going to hit the save point and wrap this episode up here. I want to thank everybody, as always, for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Please like, subscribe, favorite, throw any feedback you may have into the comments below, as we always look forward to hearing from you. And we'll see you again next time on another new episode of Let's Play Ys Book 3, The Oath in Felghana. Farewell.